Yeah, y'all. This is Cave Time, and I was just sitting back reading some great articles online about obsessive behavior and stalking and how serious this is. When I think about, mental health, the idea that a person can be victimized at their workplace is completely insane to me. Excuse me if I got the wash machine running, guys. Like I said, I just got back from vacation and I'm caving out and I'm enjoying the time. But I wanted to read, and in my leisure, I was reading about, obsessive behavior, and I think about all of the horror stories that I've seen or heard over the years about obsessive bosses, that stalking behavior. I've heard that story, that one about the bosses who watch you on your lunch breaks and stuff. And you have to think about just any particular job, but just imagine working in an environment where your boss, you could be restaurant or wherever you're doing or something, you could be a wait staff or something, whatever you're doing, and your boss is consistently minding what you're doing. They're not worrying about anything else but you. And someone would say, well, that's something that they're being professional. No, they're not, because it's obsessive behavior, folks. Many of you don't understand that this is a true sickness. Compulsive behavior, the idea of wanting to act in the moment, no matter how insane or irrational it is, which is what makes the person crazy, y'all. If you're one of these people who rationalize things in this fashion, then maybe you should get some help. You know, seriously. We get clinical about this. We have to understand that the things that are hurting us in this world, and I always say this because if you're not thinking about it on this level, you're not looking for a solution. But to seek that solution is you realizing that it comes down to another person. And if it's another person, what is that about? That's about mental health, right? How well that person is functioning on a mental level to be social with you or the next man or next woman. You get what I'm saying? And if it's not important to you, then you don't have the kind of mind to reason with why society could be better. You'll complain, you'll point out what's wrong with something, like I always say, but you just won't have anything to offer that society to push it in that direction. You get what I'm saying? Obsessive behavior, folks. Your boss worrying about you, on your vacation or just all of these things, and no one else is seeing it because these are flying monkey types of people in these workspaces. They're the type of individuals, who are going to go along to get along and try to fit in, and they're just going to let you get victimized. They're going to turn a blind eye to all of the things that they're watching happen. They may get less work assignments and you guys working the side by side or something. And these things play out in different ways, these games, and you say every single day, that's why I talk about it. Every single day someone is going into their workplace across the world. From London to, LA or something. This is going on all over the world. People who are dysfunctionally disturbed and are able to, I call it Norman Bates their way into a workplace environment. Act well enough to do the job or responsible enough to do the job, and then get in these places and then wreak havoc on unsuspecting victims. And by the time they entrench themselves with full power or whatever that thing is that they get, then they're strong enough that they have followers and they're flying monkeys and their band of cheerleaders. You're in an environment, you're isolated, you feel certain types of ways, you're uncomfortable. Every day is like a battle, a mind game, every day going to work. Every day you don't know what type of work assignments you're going to get. If this is your last day, if they're going to let you go, if they did cutbacks, whatever the things are going on that are stressing you on such levels that you just can't go to work and go home. That's what all of you go to work for, right? So like I always say, in the toxic workplace environment, because I'll sum this up, is that first of all, we need to realize that there is a problem in the world at large. Yeah. This is not about whining or complaining about how people want to act, because see, if you're embracing the idea of treating someone a certain type of way because you have reached some type of status that is really superficial, nothing that you accomplish in this world is great. Doesn't matter who you are, because when you think about it, you're just a person, and this is low level stuff. You get it? So your idealization of who you think you are on a bigger level, your exaltedness, how you treat another person, all of these things are products of your confusion. That confusion is playing out, is hurting another person, and you're not aware of it because you're self-servicing. And I always talk about this. So, I got a load of laundry washing, and I'm trying to get myself unpacked and get situated. I just want to talk about that, though. I want you guys to think about that. All of those people who are victims of stalking in workplace environments, who, their boss is consistently worrying about them in ways that are unprofessional, trying to push up on them, or just different things that happen to people. Some of you may have been victims. You had a lot of these cases that have come out where, these big people or something, just a lot of things have happened behind this type of behavior, and it's troubling. So I'm going to get myself situated, get something to eat, guys. Going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. You can pick the book up on Amazon. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for the comments. And you guys have a great evening. We'll talk soon. Take care.